So I had a conversation with my sister today, and it really made me think about how I may want to look at this relocation situation. You know, when you have conversations that kind of stop you in your tracks and you connect certain things that you never connected before. There was something that she said that kind of triggered me. And, you know, when you know that you're triggered, I don't know about you, but I like to figure out why. And so, in deep diving into this conversation with her, I realized that some of the things around this situation that I didn't think were part of my trauma really are. From the instability to the entrepreneurship to, you know, a lot of things, but it's no laughing matter as far as I'm concerned, because I don't like being like someone that I don't like, right? On a human being level, on a basic human level, I don't like you. And so to realize that I have similarities, it really just kind of takes me off, because I felt like I've worked really hard to not fall into those traps. But the thing is that when you grow up a certain way, when you are given certain sets of beliefs and told what to do and what not to do, and you are shaped and molded in your environment, it takes a long time to disconnect that from your brain, because you've been programmed. You've already been programmed. And so unprogramming and reprogramming your mind on a certain topic that triggers you is a lot of work. So I've been sitting here meditating and just thinking, and I realized that growing up the way that I did scarred me a lot more than I may have thought. So it's really kind of just part of that onion that you peel back a layer, there's another layer, and when you peel back that layer, there's another layer. And so I just peeled back a whole another layer, and yes, it made me cry, but at the end of the day, I know that I'm a good person. I try my best to be as humble as possible, and I realized that humbleness never got me anywhere. Being humble never got me anywhere. Being the caretaker, being the one who did everything, being the one who, it never got me anywhere. And I realized that a lot of my bitter era was because I felt like I was old. I felt like I was robbed. I felt like my childhood was completely robbed from me. And when I think about my children, I could never think of doing any of those things to my children. But what I definitely could never imagine doing to my children is making them feel unworthy of my love, making them feel like a mistake, making them feel like they don't belong, making them feel unwanted. Those are things that I never intentionally tried to do. And so I do understand that in the big, big ways, we are very different. We are very different. But I do see a bit that we have some similarities. And while I thought I had worked on that, I clearly see that I have not worked on it enough. So that's something that I'm going to get to work on. But the fact that it triggered me is a whole nother wound. And so peeling back that layer is, sometimes it feels like it's never done. But if we don't know that a wound is still there, how are we supposed to heal? I love the fact that I got to have this conversation. The conversation was yesterday, not today, sorry. But I'm so glad that I got to have that conversation, because now I see where I can be a better parent. Having certain talks with her, you know, as someone who is also an ADHDer, she understands the way that I think. And so we touched on the subject of me traveling, because I told her that what I really, really would love to do, now that my kids are old enough, I really would love to just travel. I already know of schools I could put them in, you know, and yes, it does cost money. It is paid for, so hopefully with, you know, the donations to the GoFundMe, you know, they can be in school and still be okay. But like, if everything was taken care of and I could do whatever I wanted, like money was not an issue, I'd be out. No lie. Like, I would definitely spend some time with my grandmother before we left, because I know she's not going to want to leave. Because initially I was like, well, I'll take her with me, but I know she's not going to want to leave. And so I would talk to her, you know, and let her know what's going on. I'd spend some time with her, and then we would be out. We would be out, because it's too much going on to even want to stay. And I was never taught to just jump ship when things got hard. Right. And at the same time, I'm not going to drown because other people decide to drown. I have children to live for. I have children to save. And having that conversation with her about us leaving the country, was really easy. Whereas I thought it was going to be really hard emotionally. But she completely understood and was like, I would want you to go. If you could go and be safe, I would want you all to go, because things are getting bad. Like, I know that in the next few, I know things are not good right now, but, I know that they're going to get better. I have no doubt. It's just when, because considering that time is a construct, sometimes it takes things a while to get to you, but I know that it's going to work itself out. I know that we are going to be okay. It's just a matter of how. And the how is not for us to know, because then we mess it up. What is for us to know is that it is going to work out. And I know that there is a lot going on right now in my life. I know that there's a lot going on in the world. And I hope that things can be remedied. The things that have been messed up purposely, the things that are being introduced with no knowledge of how it's going to affect our human bodies. I mean, and I'm talking about the food. I can no longer comfortably shop in the grocery store. Like, I find myself hesitating and looking at everything and the ingredients, and I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live thinking that at any turn I can eat something that I didn't make with my own hands or in a farm nearby. You know, like this whole outbreak is because of lettuce that couldn't be tested, because tested and reported and held to a higher standard, because the funding was cut, because it wasn't what necessary. You didn't think it was necessary? I don't understand. So I'm good. When I ever saw that they are injecting the vaccine into the salmon, I don't know if that was a hoax or what, but I stopped at salmon. I literally, so I don't eat pork. I eat like lamb, goat, beef, chicken, up until recently with the whole lab cultured chicken, and beef. And so when you go, like, I really don't eat fish like that. I eat swine and I eat salmon. I can't have shellfish in the house because my daughter is allergic. If I could, I'd have lobster, I'd have all the things, but can't do that. So now you're gonna inject the vaccine into the salmon or into the food, period. I don't care what modality you use. I don't care which piece of food you use. And you're gonna put the vaccine in food because what? We didn't trust you? I'm just trying to figure it out loud, you know. Jumping in the comments if you got some input, because I'm confused. And so yeah, I would, if things could work out in my favor to where that we could just go, I would do that, no problem. Let me spend a couple months with my grandma, and you know, at some point we have to come back and visit. I know that, of course, but I haven't seen her in a minute, so I can't leave the country without saying bye. But that's if things were to work out in our favor and we could go, you know. Because excuse me, in that case it would cost us more money to go overseas. So the money that I have allocated for my GoFundMe is for first of all to buy a car, because we would drive down, because I would need a car where we're going in order to like look for work or get back and forth to doctor's appointments and whatnot. It would be, so that's the car, to pay for the car, registration and insurance. We would need to get a storage unit, a bigger storage unit, unless I can sell everything. We would need to first, last, and security for the place. And so if I stick on the low end, just to start out, you know what I'm saying, like just to have a basis. Of course, I would want more, but you just to start out in the basis until, yeah, $2,000. So that's 246 first, last, and security, plus whatever it's gonna cost to get everything turned on, plus at least 2 months rent, so that I have time to get my stuff together, get a job, whatever the case may be, and plus gas, tolls, and food to get where we're going. And literally, like, and I looked at the amount and was like, wow. Like, this is why I haven't moved in years. Like this is why. Because it takes so much to move. And yes, in a general sense of money, it's probably not a lot. But for someone who doesn't have that amount in their bank account as of yet, I don't, yes. So this is why I haven't moved. And I've been here for so freaking long. But I am just in shock and in awe over a lot of things that are going on, and count me out. I unsubscribe because, oh no, that is a humongous spider. And where are you? Where did it go? Oh Lord have mercy. Alright, we're gonna wrap this up. So all in all, good conversations with family, because I was worried just leaving her behind. She's the baby sister, and you know, I did tell her she could come and live with us whenever she's ready. Alright, cool. But if everything can get handled on my end and we can get what we need to get a place, we get a place. And if we can get what we need to go abroad, we're going to go abroad. I'm open at this point. I used to not be open. I used to be, oh yeah, I'm never leaving my great-grandparents. No. Because this isn't about their life. It's about mine. It's about my children's. It's about the life that I'm showing them. It's about the fact that I have to think about their health now, and when I go and I pick up certain foods and I see that it's being lab grown, and yeah, no. No. Can't trust the meats. Can't trust the vegetables. You better not eat that. Like, fruit was out years ago. So, I mean, just why? Why? For what? For what? This is why I stay here. Outside of my grandmother, there's really no point. My sisters. Let me rephrase that. Grandmother and my sisters. Other than them, there's no reason for us to stay here. And they live their own lives. My grandmother is not going to want to go. My sister don't want to go. Neither one of my sisters want to go. So, okay. Well, I love y'all, but we got to go. So, mark my words, y'all. I said it. August 2nd, 2026. You will see me abroad. And that's facts. That is fact. If you are also someone who is thinking about going abroad, I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you've been abroad and you have any tips and tricks about, you know, flying overseas and those types of things, definitely leave them down in the comments. And, you know, thank you all for coming to chat with me. These real conversations, I'm starting to like it. When I don't talk to you, I miss you. So, yeah. Real conversations with Shy. I love it. I will talk to y'all next time.